Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Buffalo SportsCenter. I am Don, and today we are going to talk about a huge trade involving the Buffalo Sabres and Colorado Avalanche. But before I get to that, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram, who broke this story almost a minute after it released on Twitter. And follow us on TikTok as well and join the Discord. All of those links are down in the description below. Now let's discuss the trade at hand. Yes, the Buffalo Sabres and Kevyn Adams have made a move. It's a one-for-one deal involving Bowen Byram, a left-shot defenseman that can play on the right side. He's coming over from the Colorado Avalanche. In exchange, the Sabres are giving up Casey Mittelstadt, our second-line center, who has actually been very productive for the Sabres this season. He has led the Sabres in assists and points so far up to this point. And Bowen Byram, he's been fairly productive in a top-4 role with the Avalanche. He's got 8 goals, 12 assists, 20 points in 55 games. And, wow, I didn't necessarily see this one happening. I thought Casey Mittelstadt would have been safe, but here we are. I'm fairly disappointed to see Casey Mittelstadt go, but what this tells me is that Kevyn Adams and the Buffalo Sabres did not want to pay Casey the big bucks. He will be an RFA this offseason, so he'll have some options, but not necessarily the same options on the open market that a free agent will have. Colorado will get first dibs onto making and giving him an offer, but given Colorado's cap concerns, this is fairly odd. They're kind of buying into a rental player, and for Bowen Byram, it's an odd career that he's had up to this point. He's been plagued by a couple of long injuries, concussions, leg problems, and it's kind of derailed his development a little bit. But for Buffalo, he has that top 4 upside, and he's started to get into a groove this season with the Avalanche. He's finally remained healthy, and he's been playing top 4 minutes in Colorado for a Stanley Cup contender. For Buffalo, this is a guy that can instantly be slotted next to Owen Power or even Rasmus Dahlin, although my guess is that Bowen Byram and Owen Power will be the two guys together. I'm just very shocked that this happened. I'm really extremely disappointed to see Casey Mittelstadt go. I was really hoping that the Sabres would extend him in the offseason, and this is really lukewarm. I'm kind of lukewarm on the return they got for Casey Mittelstadt. Yes, you get a top 4 defenseman, but you're giving away your second-line center. Now, what this also tells me for the Sabres is that they do trust the center depth that was behind Casey Mittelstadt. You do have Matt Savoy coming up. You have Noah Ostlund, Anton Wahlberg. All of them are in the minors or in juniors right now. So Kevyn and the crew must have confidence that they are very soon ready to make that NHL jump. And I'm also kind of excited to see Peyton Krebs now. No longer will he be shackled to the 4th line. This gives him upward mobility in the Sabres lineup, and I think he absolutely deserves that. I think that he could be really good, and, you know, I do say that I'm really sad to see Casey Mittelstadt go, but even when Casey Mittelstadt has been operating at a full level, it hasn't resulted in any playoff wins. The Sabres offense has drastically taken a step back, and while that's not on him, maybe the Sabres do need to start approaching things a different way. Maybe we don't need 5 really good centers. Maybe we need to kind of diversify our assets and not just have forwards, but also have a top 4 core. So for Buffalo, I think this does change their trade deadline approach. I made a video a couple days ago where I talked about maybe the Sabres going after Rasmus Andersson. That doesn't seem like it's going to happen now. Bowen Byram is going to be in your top 4 this season. Now, I do think that Erik Johnson is most definitely going to leave Buffalo. If this trade tells me anything, Erik Johnson is going to go. The Sabres have too many defensemen now on the roster. Not enough where they're breaking NHL roster limits, but enough to where they may have to make a decision about waiving a forward. So, 1 in, 1 out. Let's get Erik Johnson out as well. Let's send his salary, send him a move in a little bit, because now you have a top 4 defenseman who will instantly be able to slide right into the Sabres' top 4 core. And he does have a couple of years left on his contract. He's got 2 years left, so the Sabres won't have to think about an extension until down the road a little bit. So for them, I do see the potential. I do see where Kevyn Adams is coming from when he picks up a guy like Bowen Byram. But for me, the biggest concern about Byram is, will he be able to stay healthy as a Sabre? If he can, this trade is going to work. If he won't, then Kevyn Adams again is going to have he's going to have crap all over his face, because this could be a trade that could blow up for him. But I do like that he's finally doing something about anything, actually. Making a move, taking a new approach about this team. Because the approach he had going into this season hasn't worked. It will not work, and it will not get the Sabres to that playoff berth. If you finally do invest in defense like he has with this trade, maybe that does get the Sabres a step forward. Maybe it pushes them over the line a little bit. I don't know. I hope so. I am excited to see what Bowen Byram does here in Buffalo, but I'm very disappointed to see Casey Mittelstadt go. I was a big Mitzi fan. Hopefully he has a good time in Colorado. I wish him the best of luck for Bowen Byram. Welcome to Buffalo, baby. You're going to love it here, hopefully. Well, you're going to be here for a while anyway, so you better love it, okay? Anyways, folks, I was Don. This is Buffalo SportsCenter. Let me know your thoughts on this trade down in the comment section below. Anyways, I hope to see all of you in the next video, whenever that shall be posted. Bye-bye.